Kathy Hochul is officially the 57th governor of New York. The Buffalo-born Democrat was sworn into office shortly after midnight. She's the first woman to serve in the role. Hochul replaces Andrew Cuomo, who resigned following allegations of sexual harassment from nearly a dozen women. The governor received her official inauguration this morning.
This is an emotional moment for me, but it is one that I prepared for, and I'm so looking forward to continuing the work we have to do. To that end, I spoke with President Biden last night to talk about a number of issues. He pledged his full support to my administration in anything we need. Particularly, I thanked him for the support we've received from FEMA and others in terms of cleaning up after Henri and how we were prepared. And I'm going to continue assessing the situation.
Hochul is now the 9th female governor in the U.S. That matches a previous record high. Let's bring in Samra Brouk. She's a New York State senator representing the 55th district near Rochester. Thank you so much for joining us. Such a historic day in the history of the state of New York. What do you think now Governor Hochul will bring to the state of New York?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It is a huge day here in New York, a historic day. And I also think it's just such an amazing moment for many of us, whether in government or just New Yorkers at large, to really move forward in a positive way, in a collaborative way, in a transparent way with our state government, to go back to focusing on what we as legislators have been trying to focus on for the past several months. And we're really excited. You know, I'm a Western New Yorker, born and bred, so I'm excited to be able to serve alongside Governor Hochul, and I have all the high hopes in the world of what we're going to be able to accomplish, especially at this moment where there are a lot of New Yorkers in need.
What's your reaction to her becoming the first woman to serve as governor of the state, given the fact that we're in 2021 and this very moment that we're living through right now that kind of led to her getting this role?
Yeah, well, I think we've seen a trend, haven't we? We've seen more women believing in themselves that they have what it takes to be in these leadership roles. I hope that we will see many, many more female governors across the U.S. And I think that, you know, it should be noted how we got to this moment. We had a powerful man in this position. He abused his power. He specifically wielded power and abused it against women on his own staff. And now we're able to step out of that moment almost into the light with a woman at the helm. And I think it's more than just the fact that we have a woman as governor. We have someone who is out there talking about what it means to govern with transparency, with collaboration, and even with respect for the co-equal branches of government that she'll be working with. And I think that that's really important. So, of course, I'm thrilled that we have a woman in this seat, obviously as a woman elected myself, but I also truly believe in the values that she's going to bring to this seat and hopefully cleaning up a lot of the mess that was left from her predecessor.
Yeah, Senator Brouk, as you point out, a very pivotal time in the history of the state of New York. Now, the state faces a number of current issues. What challenges is Governor Hochul going to have to prioritize as she steps into this role?
I think she's done a great job of outlining already some of the things that we know we've needed to face. And now with her leadership, I believe we have the right people in place to face them. We are dealing with variants to COVID-19. We still have to get people vaccinated. We have to figure out how we're going to protect our young people as they go back to school. We have a pending eviction moratorium about to expire, and we need to make sure people remain housed while also being able to protect landlords in difficult situations. So there's certainly no shortage of crises for this governor to deal with, but I do think that especially her experience in local government, really on the ground in the county and town seats, has prepared her to bring that perspective for what it looks like on the ground and really be able to maintain that perspective as we make difficult choices over the next few months.
Finally, there will be, of course, an election for New York's governor in November of next year. Hochul says she plans to run for the full term. How do you think this is going to play out?
I think that, with this new chapter, Governor Hochul sitting in this seat, it truly is a new day in New York, right? I can't speak on who might be a part of that race, but I think that at least right now, we're in good hands. And I think that a lot of us are relieved to know that we get to go into the next year and finish out 2021 with someone at the helm who is committed to New York and is committed to working with us as legislators to serve New Yorkers.
As you said, she will have a very full plate. New York State Senator Samra Brouk, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.